Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Caroline Parke. Caroline, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So kind of get started with I guess an abbreviated version of a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband and I ran a farm, and so we have cattle and four kids. That's the abbreviated version.
That's awesome. How do you like living on a farm?
I've always thought it was my preference,
Mhm.
and now that I'm here, I'm kind of like I'm enjoying it, but there's definitely some stuff that I'm like, I don't know how people do this. Yeah, like every spring when you walk out the front door, it smells like manure. And that's just the way it is for like three
Mhm.
to 4 weeks until the corrals dry out a little bit. So that's not so pleasant, you know. But I have a nice big garden, and my kids have a long ways to run, and they don't really have to be worrying about
Mhm.
who's where, and only go one block and all this stuff, right? So it's good.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a very, very, very big backyard for sure.
Yes, I do. Yeah. When I went to buy grass seed, they were
Mhm.
like, "So how big is your yard?" And I was like, "Well, you look at like a town yard,
Mhm.
multiply that by about 15. That's how much grass seed I need." So yeah, that's life on the farm.
Totally, totally. So, if you could choose anyone to do like a duet or a collaboration with, who would you choose and why?
Oh my gosh. Probably like just Alan Jackson, because he puts out the most solid country music, I think. Yeah. I aspire to be simple and good like him, but then every other song that I do, it always fumbles into folk category, country folk, but I really like his songs that he does. It's like four lines, six syllables each, like really just good, basic, catchy, memorable. I just love his stuff. My kids, like, they know his voice. You can just put
Hmm.
on 3 words of him singing, and they'll know if it's him or not. Yeah.
Sounds like your kids kind of grow off of you a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely have I hate to say, well, I don't know if this is kind of showy or something, but they have great taste in music just like me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So, kind of tell us a little bit about any new singles or any upcoming projects you have.
Oh boy. Well, I actually just released an album at the beginning of April, so I'm still getting through that. But I do have 4 songs already pre-recorded, like that was part of the previous album, but I cut them out because they were not the right feel,
Hmm.
I guess. So I had like 17 songs recorded, and I ended up with 12. And so the other 4 I'm bumping, but I'm rewriting one of them right now after I recorded it, which is like mind-boggling, but that's what I'm doing. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably release it in like October. Yeah, it's called Healing Dirt, and it's it's really interesting. I have a couple lines in there that's about soil health and like the microbes that are in the dirt,
Hmm.
and then because my husband's a farmer, he came back from this seminar and was yapping about
Huh.
it. So yeah, it really was kind of like, oh, I just, yeah, it just drew me in, all these different things from real life, and I just melded this beautiful tune. So I'm excited about that. That'll probably be my next single.
That is really cool, and to actually take that's the beauty of country music. You take the reality out of it and make it into a song.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I love songwriting, because
Mhm.
uh you can tell stories. They can be true, they can be not true. But it's just a storyline, and people come along for the journey. So I love sharing that.
Awesome. So, what do you like doing outside of music? I know you mentioned a lot of gardening and stuff. Do you have any other hobbies or interests?
Well, like I started playing fiddle about 5 years ago, so that's
Hmm?
like a big deal. Fiddle, I always say, is the easiest instrument to sound bad on. So it's a lifelong journey. To say that you've been playing for 5 years doesn't really mean much. It doesn't definitely does not mean that you're competent in any way.
Hmm.
But I'm getting to the point where I can make music. Is it beautiful? I don't know. So that's music again. So sorry about that. But yeah, I do have a garden. I do a lot of home canning. I do all my own
Hmm.
like jams and preserves and stuff like that. Um, what else do I have for hobbies? Like I think that's it.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Do you have any like this is kind of off topic of music too, but do you have any like farm animals or anything? How many, if so?
Um, we have all the cows,
Yeah.
and then we have a dog, and we have countless barn cats. And I think that's it for now. I was almost gonna get some bunny rabbits. Oh, we got chickens. We get chickens every
Hmm.
spring from the Hutterite colony. And then so we got 13 chickens right now, and they're just laying hens. So my
Hmm.
kids can collect eggs all summer, and we don't have to worry about buying them at the store. So that's
Hmm.
nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's really cool. So,
Hmm.
do you have any advice to those who might want to start singing but doesn't really know how to get started?
I'd say find a friend that is doing what you want to do, that's a year ahead of you, or 2 or 3 years ahead of you, or something like that, and make friends with them. Yeah, and then just throughout that friendship, you'll just osmosis, what they're doing.
The
Yeah,
way you describe that, I think it's really really good. I don't
yeah,
think I've ever heard anyone describe it the way you did today, so that was really good descriptive of it. I think I agree with you 1000%.
yeah. You just make friends with people, like, that's this is a thing in life.
Mhm.
It's if you want to be happy and successful, you go find happy and successful people and make friends with them. I don't know that if that's too cliche, but I want to be a good fiddler. I found someone my own age that has kids, and
Mhm.
now we're mummy friends, and she's a professional fiddler. She's been playing for like 34 years. I don't think I'm any better because of her, but I am
Mhm.
constantly talking about music with her. So there's got to be some osmosis happening there.
Totally, totally. So,
Yeah.
do you have a goal set for yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Um, no, I don't believe I do.
Oh.
I'm actually I started songwriting after a crisis. I was involved in a rural crime attack that I survived.
Oh.
And I had my kids were ages 1 to 6 at the time. And so I started songwriting. I couldn't even speak. Like I was like totally disoriented for a year. And
Hmm.
so songwriting kind of helped me get through that and kind of get back to being a mom again, because I couldn't even parent my kids hardly. And so at this point in time, I'm raising my kids and I'm using songwriting to get through motherhood, because it is not simple. It's like the more you learn about it, the more you realize how complex life really is. So I'm kind of using it as a bit of a crutch to kind of express myself. Like, we talk and
Mhm.
we tell stories, partly to forget them, and sometimes just verbalizing helps you let it go, but then also to remember them. And that nostalgia also plays a role in our like ability to adapt and kind of roll with the punches of life, and what it throws at you. So yeah, I'm in a very dynamic stage of life right now. So I'm just gonna let songwriting be there for me through it.
Mhm.
Is that cliche again?
I mean, not really. Kind of. I don't know how I would say that. I mean, other people might have a different opinion on it, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's what it is for me right now. Like, I'd love to say, oh, I'm gonna write more songs and win some
Mhm.
awards and travel and stuff, but I have no idea what the future holds. Like my kids are ages 4 to 9 right now. So have to consider that, yeah, the future is very much unknown. But I do know
Totally.
I'm gonna keep writing, I'm gonna keep releasing good music, and ideally Alan Jackson will hear one of my songs and say, oh, that's a good song, I want to record that.
You
Probably
never
would.
know. You never
You
know.
never know. You never know. That would be kind of like if that was a goal I could set, totally
Hmm.
unrealistic goal. I would like to have some famous people uh listen to my songwriting and record some of my tunes.
That would be awesome. Where can people find you on social media if they want to keep updated with what you have going on?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter. I'm on Instagram, but I don't know how long I'll be on Instagram for. I'm not picking up what it's putting down. But yeah, I'm on there. And then I have my website, carolineparkmusic.com. So they can go there and a pop-up will come and they can put their email address in. And if they want to keep in touch, I probably email my subscribers every other month. I'll just send them a little tidbit of something and like freebies, right? Like I send out
Hmm.
free MP3s to people, or sometimes if I have a photo shoot, I'll leak some stuff out there. So it's kind of fun. And I always end, well, most of my emails I end with, please reply. This is a two-way conversation. So I really like meeting people. Like living out on the farm is
Hmm.
the hard part, honestly, is being isolated.
Hmm.
So I really like social media, and internet has really helped me cope with that aspect of it, because you're out there, not many friends will come visit me because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
And it's, you have to travel if you're going to
Hmm.
go see anybody. Like you can't even wake up and go for a coffee with somebody, you know what I mean? Like you're in the
Hmm.
middle of nowhere. So yeah, having the internet has been a huge part of me surviving,
Hmm.
like socially speaking, because
Hmm.
I'm so extroverted. I didn't really realize how hard that part of it would be. So I'm always up for a conversation. If people friend me on Facebook or whatever, I always message everyone and say, hey, who are you? Where are you from? Like, what kind of music do you
Hmm.
like? And, you know, where are you at? See if we have anything in common. So,
Totally, totally. And is there anything I forgot to mention that you'd like to mention?
um, no, I don't think so. Like, I got my website. I'm here. I want to talk to people. I got a YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, I'm also on YouTube. So I started this YouTube channel when I was 24 and I just started playing guitar, and I think I've only deleted maybe 5 videos that were too embarrassing, but everything else, like I have me playing Alan
Hmm.
Jackson's Tall, Tall Trees when I barely could even finger, like, so it really has shown the progression over the years, right? So I love my YouTube channel. It's super fun. All my official releases are there too. So I have like one cover album of like the best old time country songs, and then I have 3 original albums.
That's awesome. Well, again, Caroline, thank you for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show today's Best Country Mix. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.